You can be brilliant, successful, kind, even spiritual, born-again Christian. But if you don't have a teachable spirit, you will eventually hit a wall in your relationships, in your growth, and in your purpose. We like to talk about other people being unteachable, but it's time to point the torchlight on ourselves. And I'm talking about myself as well. Ask yourself, do I have a teachable spirit? I did some honest reflections a while ago, and I humbly confess that I recognized areas where I subtly resisted being corrected, even without being aware. And this is why I am big on self-reflection, because it's important for us to discover parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. And this is especially for people who like to feel that they know it all. Now, if you are willing to be honest with yourself, today's video will help you reflect on whether you have a teachable spirit or not. It will also help you recognize it in others. And I will be sharing why it's critical to look for this trait in someone you are thinking of building a life with. Stick around to the end of this video because there is a lot to learn. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya Luko. Now let's get into today's topic. First things first, what is a teachable spirit? What really is it? What does it look like? Let me tell you, it is when you are humble enough to learn, willing to change, and open to correction, especially when correction is uncomfortable. It's being able to say, I was wrong, or I didn't know that, without feeling ashamed or without becoming defensive. Having a teachable spirit is about choosing growth over ego. It's about not feeling too big to learn, regardless of your age or position in life or who you are learning from. It's about being open, being humble, being curious, willing to listen, to reflect, and when necessary to change. With a teachable spirit, you are able to say, I didn't know that. You are able to say, tell me more. Now, people with a teachable spirit, they ask questions before they state their own position because they are more interested in growing and in learning. It's not about being a pushover or agreeing with everyone. It's about growth and learning. Now, in relationships, having a teachable spirit will help to keep love from slowly collapsing under the weight of pride. How do you know if you have one? To know if you have a teachable spirit, ask yourself these questions. When someone gives you constructive feedback, do you get defensive or do you get curious? Do you try to seek clarity to understand what they mean, or do you shut them down? Now, are there people in your life who can correct you, who you've given permission to speak into your blind spots and help you see yourself better? Do you assume you already know, or do you ask questions to clarify? Do you actually listen to the answers? Now, if your default is always, I already know this, that doesn't apply to me, or who do they think they are? Or who are they saying those things to? These are signs that you might not have a teachable spirit. It could also be pride talking. And where pride exists, we build walls. And where walls exist, growth is impeded. Now, having a teachable spirit is a discipline. It's not a personality type. It's actually a posture, and it can be cultivated. And I want to talk now about how to identify it in others. How do you spot someone with a teachable spirit? Now, here are signs that someone might not have a teachable spirit. Now, they always want to be right. Number one, they always want to be right. Number two, they talk over people and they rarely ask questions. Number three, they deflect blame or twist criticism back on others. Number 4, they struggle to apologize and truly mean it. Number 5, they confuse agreeing with them for loyalty. Number 6, they always want to win the argument. Number 7, they always want others to agree with their own point of view. Now, on the other hand, here's what a teachable person looks like. Now, look for these traits in a person that is teachable. They listen without interrupting, number 1. They reflect before reacting, number 2. They are open to feedback even when it stings, number 3. They are curious about your world, your feelings, your needs, number 4. They don't say sorry alone. They actually change. They ask thoughtful questions and they actually listen to your answers. They admit when they are wrong. They grow visibly and consistently over time. They are not threatened by other people's wisdom or success. These are all traits of a teachable spirit that you can look for in a person. Now, why is this important when it's time to choose a life partner? Why does it matter? It matters because life will test you. Marriage will stretch you. There will be seasons when one of you is up and the other is down. Now, in marriage, you need someone who can learn from life, from mistakes, and also from you. You need someone who is committed to becoming better all the time. A teachable partner is someone you can grow with. Now, without that in your partner, you are going to struggle. You are signing up for power struggles, emotional walls, and the exhausting job of always having to walk on eggshells with this person. Now, a teachable spirit is not just a nice to have, it's vital in marriage. Very, very vital. Now, if you're watching this video and slowly realizing that you might be the stubborn one in your relationship, the good news is that you can change. To get you started on the path of positive change, here are a few things that you need to start doing immediately. The first is to seek feedback. Ask trusted people where they think you need to grow, areas for improvement. And then the second thing you can do is always learn to pause before reacting. Defensiveness is usually instant, but wisdom takes a breath. I heard that somewhere. So learn to pause before reacting. The third thing is to learn to embrace discomfort, because growth happens outside your ego's comfort zone. These are just a few things you can start doing immediately. Now, I want to leave you with this. Know that the best relationships aren't built on perfection. They're built on people who are willing to learn how to love better day by day. That's the foundation of your together forever. Now, if you're ready to do the deep transformative work of preparing yourself and your relationship for the kind of love that you truly desire, I invite you to join me inside my signature online course called Pathway to Forever. This is not just counseling. It's a roadmap to emotional maturity, self-awareness, and lasting connection. In this course, you will learn how to show up as your best self and how to choose someone who can do the same. It's very important for you to know that love doesn't last by accident. It lasts by intention. And it starts with a teachable heart.